Hi, welcome to a tutorial on NCARB's Stair Vignette. This is the solution I came up with just a few moments ago, and I'll show you how I solved it. Let's quickly look at the graphics that are on your screen here. These are guardrail / handrails that you see on the edges of the stairs and landings. These indicate the finished elevation that you're on. So this would be 1'9". Actually, you know what? That shouldn't be 1'9". That should be that should actually be at 0. So that one should be a 0. That should be at 1'9". These should be at 1'9". And so this is basically the top step, the bottom step, and then the landing. Bottom step, top step, landing. Bottom step, top step, landing. Besides that, you want to, there's the layers tool, because there's usually two levels on this one, so you can see they're the top or the bottom. In this solution, because everything is visible from the upper level, you don't have to draw the upper level because there's no intersection of the top and bottom level. Sometimes you could do that. Say if the stair kind of turned in on itself at the other level, so you couldn't see what was happening below, then you would draw stuff on the bottom and the top level. Okay, let's go back to level 1 and let's go ahead and solve this. Let's hit start over. Now I'll show you how I solved it. Okay, so we know that we need to bring from the program, we need to bring a stair from the lobby and the outside to the janitor closet, and on level 2 we need to connect also to this corridor at 12'3". Let's just go back to level 1. First thing, let's go ahead and figure out 1'9" is 12 plus 9, 21 inches. So a nice clean dimension would be 7 times 3. So 3 steps would get you up to this janitor's level. So let's do that really fast. I'm going to pause it as I do each one after this first one, but this first one I'll show you how it's all done, and then after that I'll do it and then show you what I did. Okay, so let's draw stairs, and we want to draw them in the north-south direction, and we want 3 risers because we're getting 3 times 7 is 21, or 1'9", and we want it to be 44 inches, 3'8" wide, because that is what the minimum per the program is, and we always want to be most efficient. And tread depth, the minimum is 11 inches, and we want to do that and be most efficient. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the elevation so we don't forget to do that. 0 would be correct, and 1'9". And hit OK. Okay, so we get that first 1, 2, 3 steps. Let's draw a landing. And the landing, we can just sketch it in and we'll adjust later. Okay, this needs to be at least 3'8", but also we need to make sure we have the clear area in front of the doors. So let's draw it in there. Let's set the elevation, and then we'll talk about door clearances. If you look on the program and the code, you'll see that on the push side of a door you need to have a minimum of 12 inches on this side of the door. So we can use a sketch tool and draw a foot, and it needs to be 48 inches or 4 feet out. So you can look at the bottom left of your screen and you can see that I'm just kind of pulling this rectangle until we get, oh boy, there we are, 4 by 1 foot. Okay, and then we can use that and use the move adjust tool to bring it over like that, and that's the clear area that's required in front of this door. So we could actually use the move adjust tool, and we can make this landing a little bit more efficient if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and just do it like that. I'll use the move group tool to move this stair tighter, and then the move adjust tool to adjust that landing so it's a little bit tighter. So that's a pretty efficient landing now, because basically we've got only what's required for that door swing in there. Okay. The next thing we want to do is actually get up to the next level. Okay, well, when you're thinking about this, one of the important things is we need to make sure we have head height clearance, and I think we will, because if we look at level 2, you can see that it's 12'3" at this point. And on this example, they made it really easy for us because they didn't make any doors along these walls here. So we're going to be able to get climb, and we're all the way up to 12'3" by the time we get to this door. So there should be plenty of clearance for people walking so they don't hit their heads. Okay, so what we need to do then is draw some more stairs. Let's go ahead and figure out what we did is 7-inch risers and 11-inch treads on these. So we got to keep that same dimensions. We can't change our dimensions within our stair system. So let's look again at our height here. It's 12'3". So if you're like me, you probably want to use a calculator. 12 times 12 is 144 plus 3 is 147. So let's see how many times 147 goes into 7. Where's our calculator? There it is. 147 divided by 7, or 7, which is what our riser is. Okay, 21. So that means we're going to have 21 total risers from the bottom ground level all the way up. We've used 3 of them so far, so we need 18 more. Okay, so let's figure out how that might break apart. We can go ahead and just draw, I guess, some steps. This is probably one way of doing it. Yeah, this is definitely one way. And let's just break it apart, about half and half. So 9. Let's do 9, and then we'll do 9 going this way. It looks to be about even. We got 22 feet and 18'8", and we'll have 2 landings in both directions. So we might actually want to do, I'm just guessing here, 10 risers here and 8 here, because this dimension's a little bit shorter than this dimension. Let's see if that works. If you really wanted to, you could use the sketch tools and do some dimensions, but you know what? Let's just do it like this to start out. Okay, we're going to use that 3'8", which is the minimum required, and we got 10 risers and tread depth of, oh wow, we could make that a lot tighter. See, I did 10 risers. Oh boy, we could do a whole lot more than that. So let's do a lot more than that. Let's just go ahead and erase this, and let's do like 15 risers. That should be about right. Erase, draw, stairs. Let's draw 15 risers. Another nice thing about 15 risers being here is it gets your head height a little bit higher faster, so there's less chance of a person hitting their head. Oh yeah, this will work just right. Okay, there's 11-inch tread depth and 15 risers. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and use our set elevation. We're going to set this at 1'9". And then we did 15 risers, so we got 15 plus 3 is 18. So 18 times 7 is what our height is there. 18 times 7 equals 126. 126 divided by 12. 12 equals, okay, 10.5 or 10'6". So we're at 10'6" at that point. So you use the set elevation and say 10'6". So we're already pretty much out of head clunking height, which is nice because there's nothing over here that people would want to walk to. So next thing we want to do is go ahead and draw some landings. And we'll draw one right there and bring it over. It needs to be at least 3'8" wide. And let's set that elevation so we don't forget to do it later at 10'6". Okay, so we needed 20, was it 21 total? Yeah, it was 21 total risers. So we've got 3 plus 15, 18. All we need is 3 more risers to get up to this stairway. So let's draw some stairs in north-south direction. We just need 3 risers. Let's draw 3'8", and that's wide, and let's draw tread depth of only 11 inches. That's the most economical, and let's set some elevations and set that at 10.6. Okay, and let's set this at what was it? Whatever that top layer was, 12.3, I think. Yeah, 12.3. So set that. Use the set elevation tool, and 12.3. Just like that. And then let's draw our last landing. And this landing can be like that, all the way to the door. And we'll use the zoom tool and just kind of make sure it's lined up right. Okay. And then we're going to need a landing for our area of rescue as well. I'm just going to sketch something in really fast. Just like that. And let's set these elevations at 12.3. And set this one at 12.3. Okay. Okay, so that's in there. You might notice I put everything at 3'8". Well, the code says that it should be a minimum of 3'8", or here we'll jump over to the program, or it gives a multiplier of 0.3. Here, I'll show you where that's at. Oops. Code says a multiplier of 0.3 right here times the times the occupant load served by the floor divided by the number of exits. So that's 120 times 0.3, and so that is actually 36 inches, which is less than 3'8". So you always go with 3'8" as the minimum, unless the amount done through that calculation is higher. And if your second floor was this is actually a ground floor, so let's see, if I looked at the ground floor, that's actually a lobby, so we can discount that anyway. We would take the 180 divided by 2, which would give you 90, which is actually less than 360. So your number is far less than the 3'8". So we know we're using 3'8". That's how I came to that. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we want to draw our area of refuge. The area of refuge we're going to go ahead and sketch in as a rectangle, and we could see here that the door swings out right here, and we need to have at least half the width of the landing, so not be intersected with the door. So we need to probably pull this landing out a little bit, and then we also need to have our area of rescue. So let's go back to level 1, and it's 30 by 48 is our area of rescue. So let's just draw a rectangle that is 30, which is 2'6" by 48. So 30 by 48. Okay, that fits in there. But again, we've got our door swinging here, so we want to move this landing out a little bit, so that when we go to level 2, it's not, we still have some area to see if we can adjust. You have to be actually have an area to move, even though there's a person parked in their wheelchair right there waiting for a firefighter to save them. And that looks to be an appropriate amount of area there. So you might also take into account that there's actually going to be a free door swing here. So what we could do is, let's even move this over a little bit more. I use the move adjust tool. I'm just going to move this over, and I'm going to move this over. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we're going to restart this on the next video.